How's it going, guys? It is Ryan and welcome to a brand new video where we are back for the 2007 career mode, where this time we are at Spa in Ralf Schumacher in the Toyota as always. But we are here starting off with our one and only qualifying run, which is in our rules that we have to follow throughout the series, where we're going to be doing just one flying lap, and if it's a good lap we take it, if it's a crap lap we have to take it as well. So we're coming down the straight then towards turn 1, very critical corner. This is brake at the 100 metre board and just get it on the apex of the curve brilliantly there, which we've done, which pushed a bit wide, but we were alright in with the track limits as we come down the back straight where the endurance layout begins, as we're going to go up towards the famous corner of Eau Rouge, completely flat in 7th gear. Up the hill we go, down towards the Camel straight where the DRS would be enabled if this is current F1, but obviously the 2007 season didn't even have curves or DRS. So anyway, we're coming down towards the tricky chicane section of the middle sector, the downforce sector as I like to call this, because it's mainly two straight sectors, and then this one is the downforce sector. And set a 32.2 first sector, not too bad from us there, as we're going to be just braking to go a bit wide into the corner, not what the ideal line would be, but we have to take it anyways. We come to the corner of No Name. Now taking a bit too early there, taking a bit of curve which pushed us a bit wide, but we're going to go down now towards Prix now. Prix, one of the tricky corners to get right. Drop into 5th gear, get on the curve there, you will get bounced off onto the AstroTurf and get a slowdown, but we're going to put in towards the next part of the chicane section now. Just take it nice and easy in 4th gear, then come across, hitting it there, just going very wide on exit there. Just the push of the car as we go in to the last sector we go. It's not going to be the best middle sector in the world, a 21.3, but we're going to be going now. We've got a Super Aguri, I think that is ahead of us. It's Takuma Sato, lets us through very kindly, but we're going to come towards Blanchimont, probably one of the fastest corners in F1, completely flying 185 miles an hour in these cars as we come towards the bus stop to complete the lap, braking just before the 100 metre board, going into the, missing the apex of the corner. We should be hitting that. We hit the second one and we get a good exit, and this will be an interesting time to see. It's a 1:51.4, which puts us provisionally on P1 at the minute, but we know it's not the quickest lap in the world, and we could be dropped out of that pole position, which we'll find out very shortly, as qualifying is now finished right now. And here are the results for you guys, and Raikkonen is on pole position with Hamilton 2nd. We managed P5, which isn't too bad from a perspective, but we are only half a second as well off the pole time, so very happy with that performance there, as our teammate's not even in the top half, which is a bit disappointing on his perspective. But Alonso ahead of us as well, which puts a bit of bother, and Felipe Massa as well, another driver we've got to keep an eye on and get past as quickly as possible. But anyway, we're going to head to the track now for the Belgium Grand Prix, where we are here, and it is glorious sunshine again, maybe a bit of cloud cover as well for the race, so there will be no rain expected. And this is a very important race for me, because we need to get a win at least to close the gap even more to Kimi Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton. It's a one-stop race as always, and it will be on to the prime tyres after 5 laps. It's an 11-lap race, it's a short one, so we need to see if we can get something from this race. 5th would be fantastic for Toyota, but with us fighting for the championship, we need good results here. So we'll see how it goes. We're going to be coming out of the garage then. Onto the grid we go for the Belgian Grand Prix, with Raikkonen there on pole with his teammate behind him, with Lewis Hamilton to his left. There's us, and there is Jarno Trulli somewhere in the mid-pack, I believe. But anyway, the revs are now building here in Spa. The lights are on. The Belgian Grand Prix will be going very soon, as the lights are out and away we go here in Spa. And it's a great start from us, as we've already got side by side to Alonso. We've already passed him actually, going into turn 1. Get a late break. Felipe Massa take the inside, and also Lewis Hamilton as well as we move up to 2nd place. What a start that is from ourselves, and now we're in the slipstream of Kimi Raikkonen here, as we're going to do everything in our power to try and get past him as early as possible. We've gone a bit wide there. We're going to come now and get some slipstream, and we will most likely take the lead of this race if we've got enough power in this Toyota to make a move. And we've got just about, we're going to go round the outside of Raikkonen into the chicane, and we're going to try and pull it off, and we have done, getting the inside line. And what a brilliant move that was round the outside. 5th to 1st in the first sector. What a start that was from us, as we're going to be going now on to the start of lap 3, as nothing really happened during the first lap and a bit. on there. So we've already got a 7/10 of a second gap to Raikkonen at this point. But Fernando Alonso is third, and Nick Heidfeld is up to fourth, with Fisichella now setting the fastest lap of 56.5, which is only a tenth quicker than us, as we've made a massive mistake at Eau Rouge, and Raikkonen is all over the back of us then, coming down the Camel Straight. Is he going to get the move done? He's putting out, he's committing to the move. We're defending on the inside, going into the chicane, and he has to back out of it. Oh, he's braking a bit late as well, but just can't get the move done like we did on him on the first lap. Just getting a bit of oversteer as well through the chicane, and we hold off and keep the lead of the race. We're going to go on to lap 4 now, as we set the fastest lap of the race at 56.2, with Raikkonen only 6/10 of a second behind, with Alonso 3/10 behind, as Kubica just destroys the lap record with a 54.6 from us, as Raikkonen's got a brilliant run. He's going to try and pick Eau Rouge, but backed out of it very sensibly. But we get a poor exit as well out of the exit, just getting a bit of oversteer a little bit. But here comes Raikkonen then in the slipstream. Here he comes, as he's going to go down the inside, and Fernando Alonso is joining him actually, thinking he can get past me as well, but he just can't get it done. But Raikkonen will take the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix from us and then Fernando Alonso. Massive moment in the championship this is as well, considering Hamilton is nowhere to be seen. I think he's in 5th place at the minute, which is massive for the championship. I don't know who's joined us actually. There's 2 cars behind, so maybe Hamilton's at the back of this train. We've got Nick Heidfeld in 4th as well, so this is going to be quite tasty once the pit stops come into play. We've just got a beautiful line through Pouhon, but Raikkonen is pulling away ever so slightly. Here comes Alonso with a beautiful run through Pouhon, but just doesn't have the space and the time to make a commitment for a move. But we get a nice line through this little chicane as we come towards the end of the middle sector, and we've caught up to Raikkonen a bit. This is what we wanted, getting that slipstream down the back straight, the very long straight towards Blanchimont. And are we going to get this done? We'll have to wait and see, as we get a lot of slipstream now from Raikkonen. And are we going to get a move done before the bus stop? That is the question. Getting ever closer to Kimi at this point. We can see his name popping up, which means we're getting ever closer. And we're going to be trying to brake late into the corner, but just couldn't do it. But we've hit the back of Raikkonen, so Raikkonen's going into the pit lane actually. So we didn't really know about that. So Raikkonen's the first man to dive into the pit lane. Also Nick Heidfeld's in the pits as well, as the pit window is now open. So it's a bit early for Raikkonen there, so maybe he may struggle with his tyres later on in the race. So we need to see if that is the case, but we will take the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix from Alonso from Hamilton, as Massa now sets a 54.5, which is 1.5 seconds quicker than my time at the minute. So we're starting to struggle a bit. I don't know why, but we are starting to struggle. But as you can see, the clouds have gathered and it is overcast, really overcast at this point. But we're going to be diving into the pit lane for our one and only pit stop. We hit the wall slightly, but no damage attained as we go into the box. And I think Lewis Hamilton stays out, as Alonso will be taking his pit box, and Hamilton will take the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix at the minute, as our boys at Toyota get on to the work of getting a fresh set of prime tyres for fits to the car. And we have been held up a bit here by quite a few people. I don't know why. Rosberg and also Vettel holds us up in the pit lane. It's a 10.5 pit stop, which puts Alonso ahead of us actually. And are we going to get ahead of Raikkonen? That's the question. And we do just about get ahead of Raikkonen there, but Alonso jumps us in the pit lane from the being held up by Rosberg and Vettel, which is really frustrating. So I had to get past Alonso as quickly as possible, and we're getting a beautiful slipstream up Eau Rouge and down the Camel Straight. We're going to try and get past him as quickly as possible. Round the outside we go, and it's an easy pass on Alonso, and we move up to P5 with Raikkonen just about there actually as well, which I forgot to say. So we need to see if we can hold out Alonso and Raikkonen at this point. But we've got to think about Hamilton as well. Need to forget, Hamilton is leading this race. He will be pitting this time by. So if we start battling me, Alonso and Raikkonen, Hamilton may take the lead of the race actually. We just get a bit of oversteer. We're just not getting used to the different change of track temperatures with the overcast conditions and the cold set of prime tyres. But we go very wide, hitting the bouncy curbs there. As you can just see, we get slowed down, and Alonso takes the lead of the race, and Raikkonen's hit the back of us, and he's lost his front wing actually. So Raikkonen, this is massive for the championship. Raikkonen, halfway around the lap, has lost his front wing and has to guide his car back to the pits, and this is massive for the championship. Raikkonen we come back on the track, we get past Alonso. Alonso gets past us cleanly, but Raikkonen just plows into the back of us I don't know what happened there, but Alonso is going to be overtaken once again by us, and we move back up to P5 of this race, as we can just see maybe in the distance a few people in the pit lane. The answer to that question is yes. Hamilton is in the pits along with Trulli as well, our teammate, and Kovalainen as well. Hamilton there is just coming out of his pit box, so this could be the lead of the race here. But we have to see how it goes, as we can see Webber's in the pit lane as well, but we're going to be going into turn 1 where the pit exit is slightly ahead of us here, and Hamilton actually gets ahead of us at this point. So Hamilton's had a great pit in lap actually, but we've got the slipstream from Hamilton, and this is going to be an easy move like we did with Fernando Alonso when we came out the pits. Round the outside we go of Hamilton, and we take the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix with only 5 laps to go of this race, and we've already pulled a gap to Alonso actually. So I don't know what's happened to Alonso at this point, but as you can see on lap 9 it is lovely blue sunshine again with a bit of cloud cover, as the track temperatures have increased again to the temperatures that we are more comfortable with down there. But look at the gap we've got to Hamilton and Alonso, but Hamilton and Alonso will now be doing some slipstream, as this could be actually massive if Alonso passes Hamilton, and he has done as well. Moves at second place he goes, and this could mean that we could jump ahead of Lewis Hamilton in the points. I'm not too sure if that is true, but we are very close with Hamilton in the points. But as you can see, Hamilton got past Alonso again, as we're now on the final lap of the Belgian Grand Prix, approaching to the last sector, and put off a fantastic win, and massive as well for the championship, me and Hamilton, as we will close the gap even more to Kimi Räikkönen, which is massive, and it will go down to the wire with a few races to go of the season. This is going to be a very exciting end to this 2007 career mode, where we could win a championship, which is massive for us, as we come now in to the final corner, the bus stop, for the final time, hitting the apex nicely there on entry and exit as well. And we will win the Belgian Grand Prix in the Toyota. A fantastic drive from us, and we need to know if Hamilton did stay ahead of Fernando Alonso. That is the massive question that is on our heads right now. But a great drive from us there, a brilliant win, and Hamilton just pipped his teammate by only 2.5 tenths. Very close that is, and Fisichella gets a great 4th place for Renault, with Mark Webber there in 5th place, with Nick Heidfeld in 6th, Jarno Trulli 7th, and Sebastian Vettel gets the final points paying position, with Massa in 9th, with Kovalainen in 10th, Robert Kubica in 11th, and Nico Rosberg, who held us in the pit lane, comes in 12th position there. So great drive from Fisichella, I've got to say. So Fizzy fans going to be very happy with that performance from the Italian driver, and Renault is scoring good points as well, I've got to say. Great job from them as well, and Sebastian Vettel as well getting a point for Toro Rosso is a massive thing for them as well. But great points as well for us. 31 points is not too shabby, not as many as McLaren, who have got 33 points from this, so not too bad overall performance. But the big thing is from this is Räikkönen didn't score a point, which means that me and Hamilton have closed the gap even more to Räikkönen. There is confirmation, and Räikkönen's in 22nd place with a lap down, so that's a massive thing for the championship, which we will now head over to now and see what this means for the championship. So here are the standings then, and Lewis Hamilton now leads the championship by a solitary point ahead of Räikkönen, who retired from the race sadly, which means we as well can close the gap to the lead with only 5 points separates the top 3, with Fernando Alonso in 4th on 52 points, 10 points clear of Felipe Massa in 5th place. Heikki Kovalainen stays in 6th with 34 points, with Nick Heidfeld now in 7th with 26 points. His teammate Robert Kubica is in 8th with 22. Mark Webber now a point behind Robert in 9th place, with David Coulthard staying in 10th place on 15 points. That's going to be the end of the episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching this, and if you did enjoy it, make sure to slap a like button on this video and subscribe for more F1 content, as we're near the end of this season. It's a great series to do, but next time, guys, if we get 50 likes on this, I'll immediately upload the next episode for you guys. But until next time, have a fantastic day wherever you're doing, and I shall see you very soon for another video on this channel. But until then, guys, have a good day. Take care.